Hi, I am Dr. Mock. What are PEOs? PEOs, your Program Educational Objectives, is the topic I will discuss in this video. Let's say your academic program intends to engage in a meaningful, outcomes-based educational practice. You will first need to define targeted educational objectives, so-called Program Educational Objectives, PEOs, for your program. Then, engage in outcomes assessment process. Outcomes assessment is a process that gauges your program's academic quality and provides for continual teaching and learning improvement to achieve your PEOs. I classify the outcomes assessment into 3 levels. Level 1 is the PEO assessment. SO, Student Outcomes Assessment is Level 2, and CO, Course Outcomes Assessment is Level 3. The PEOs defined should be generally correlated to your institutional mission. Outcomes assessment has many different components or processes in data collection, data compilation, data analysis, and action item generation, as indicated in the figure here. In this video, I will focus on PEOs. I will get to the rest of the components in the outcomes assessment process in different videos. So, what are PEOs? The PEOs are the statements that describe the expected accomplishments of your graduates during the first few years after graduation. The key here is the expected accomplishments of graduates during the first few years after graduation. Few years typically mean 3 to 5 years. No one will expect your graduates to remain engineers for life if your program produces engineers. Hence, 3 to 5 years is a reasonable time frame to assess if your program has achieved its intended PEOs. In other words, once you define your PEOs, you should also set an assessment plan to assess whether your program meets the defined objectives every 3 to 5 years. Let's take a look at the following samples of PEOs from an engineering program. Demonstrate professional ethics and personal values in daily and professional life that exercise informed literary and aesthetic judgments by leveraging diverse cultures and societies. Demonstrate teamwork and leadership qualities, and attainment of leadership roles in a global work environment. Demonstrate technical competency in applying comprehensive engineering knowledge for their successful career in a rapidly changing professional environment. You probably already noticed that the statements of PEOs are not measurable by the time a student graduates, instead, few years after his or her graduation. Also, please note that some programs may refer to the PEOs as program goals, program objectives, or program outcomes. Regardless of the terminologies, PEOs have a long-term assessment cycle of 3 to 5 years. If we cannot measure the attainment of PEOs by the time a student graduates, what can we measure on students' achievement to ensure that he or she will move toward the PEOs 3 to 5 years after he or she graduates with the program? This question logically leads to the need for student outcomes. What are student outcomes? A logical topic for another video. I hope the concept of PEOs is clear to you.